Hello everyone, and welcome to UltraToons Reviews. On this series, I will review episodes of popular object shows such as BFDI and Inanimate Insanity. Today, we will be reviewing the first episode of Tpot. After many months of waiting, while we watched multiple episodes of BFB, Tpot 1 was finally released on January 10th, 2021, and oh boy, was it worth the wait. From the opening, we come to realize that the Tpot contestants have accepted the fate of the splits due to the constant switch of the prize they were originally competing for. I applaud the writers for the way they carried out the cake at stake. Cake at Stake was fast-paced, however it did a good job of portraying all the potential recommended characters, even giving some of them speaking roles. The characters that ended up winning the voting were Winner and Price Tag. In my opinion, I'm content with these characters. We don't know much about Winner yet, although I can see endless possibilities of what they could do with their character. For one, Winner can absorb food through their body and even taste it without even having to use their mouth. Unlike a majority of object show characters, Winner doesn't follow the same layout. Winner seems to be able to release a hand from inside her body on command. Price Tag, on the other hand, I found so adorable. The fact that Price Tag could change their facial expressions to whatever they want was so fun to see. Although it was sad to see the last few members that made up Team Ice Cube split, I think that the team choosing aspect of this episode was done really well. The teams included unexpected combinations while also keeping some oldies such as Tpot, which had 4 out of the 7 original members. It was also great to see the Woe Bunch back together. I found the team names to be a bit ridiculous, but I'm pretty sure that was the whole aim. What's BFDI without random and crazy team names? What was so funny was that Golf Ball paused right before her team name was uttered, since she didn't want to make the same mistake she made in previous seasons, only for it to be ruined by Tennis Ball. One of my favorite things about this episode was the intro. The way the intro starts with both Winner and 2 clapping hands was so wholesome. I don't know why, but this intro gave me anime type vibes while also keeping the same BFDI feeling. I believe that both Cole Bones and Rick Toons were involved in the animation of this intro, so big ups to them for making such an astounding intro. It's interesting the way the first challenge for BFDI, BFDIA, BFB and Tpot all have the aspect of some of the main characters being elevated in a high position. In the first challenge of BFDI, there was a balance beam. In BFDIA, the challenge was a tug of war with the losing team falling into the ground, and in BFB1, the challenge was to return excess baskets to them which were drifting away. I felt the challenge was very simplistic, however the way it was executed was really well thought out. Initially, 2 flies up onto the building. While the whole "we can't hear you" line sounded irrelevant to the plot, it plays a major role. If all the contestants would have heard the rules clearly, the challenge would have been too simple. The reactions from the characters when they arrived at the top, only to notice they were unable to directly help their teammates, was brilliant, leaving smaller groups to use their initiative. Winner using their hand as a catapult was very creative and leads me to believe that Winner will be very useful to the team in the future. Speaking of catapults, Golf Ball's team's idea to launch themselves on top of the building failed, but Puffball, being smart, used fries to catch her teammates in midair. I just hope that Winner doesn't turn into another over-glorified loser type character. While I do like Loser, I just felt the whole simping for Loser got overdone after a while. The animation for this episode was flawless and I have nothing negative to say about it. I love the way the animators were able to retain the simplistic looking hand-drawn style of BFB, while also having it look very polished and smooth. One thing that caught my eye was how smooth the lip syncing and eye blinking animation was. The new background is very refreshing and a good change from seeing the typical grass background that most object shows use, including Object Mayhem. I didn't really know who to vote, it was quite a difficult decision, but ultimately my vote went to Remote because I felt she carried her team this episode. Even though they lost the challenge, she tried her hardest to make her team win, even sacrificing herself. That's what you call real team leadership, and she's definitely one of my favorite characters now. The only bad thing I'll say about Tpot is I don't like how there's over 40 contestants. If each episode is going to take 6 months to produce, we won't see a winner for Tpot for another 20 to 30 years, unless they implement some sort of double elimination system into the show. I feel keeping the show between 15 to 25 contestants works the best, but who knows, I could be wrong. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching and let me know what you think in the comments, and suggest other object shows you'd like me to review.
I can't believe it! I've been owned!